What's up, guys? Rogue Bludger here with Unashamed Gaming, bringing you another Black Ops 3 beta gameplay today. What you're going to be watching today is the most kills that I got in a single game during the duration of the beta. The beta is now over. Unfortunately, I didn't get to play it the last 2 days. I only leveled up to level 2, or no, level 2, level 40. I didn't. The last 2 days they upped the level cap even more. I'm not sure exactly what it went to, but I didn't get to play a whole lot. I just had other things to do. It's again with the XR2. I think this might be one of my last XR2 videos, but I wanted to use it. I'm not going to be talking about the gun. This is on the map that they put in about halfway through the beta, though. Stronghold, I believe it's called, and it's probably one of my favorite maps from the beta. It was a good map. But let's talk about my post-beta thoughts on Black Ops 3. Really, what it comes down to is I'm pretty excited for the game. I think it's exponentially better than Advanced Warfare and Ghost, to say the least. It's fun. Like I never got really tired of playing it. The only thing was I was playing by myself most of the time, so it was, that was a little boring. But like even then, I didn't really mind too much, because there's always it was just fun. It's a new experience. It feels like Call of Duty, but at the same time, it's different. It definitely feels like Call of Duty. It is Call of Duty, and the main thing every year that people say is, "Oh, Call of Duty just puts out the same game every year," and those who seriously play the game, they know that it's not the same game every year. I mean, there are changes. Some Call of Duties are good, some are bad, and going into what makes those good or bad usually would take a long time to narrow down each thing. Some games like Advanced Warfare have their obvious flaws, but for the most part, it has been up until Advanced Warfare. Every Call of Duty has pretty much been about the same game since COD 4. COD 4 brought in most of the multiplayer issues that were but multiplayer aspects that we're used to, such as create a class, kill streaks, and stuff like that. But since then, it's pretty much been the same. There have been changes every year, upgrades, downgrades, whatever you may view it as, things that change about the game every year, but it is almost the same game. And Advanced Warfare, of course, changed that with their movement. But apart from that, not much else changed. Again, like, the movement changed, but, nothing else really changed. So I think what Black Ops 3 is trying to do, is they're taking something that is part of the game now, the movement. They tweaked it, they changed it to what fits with the Call of Duty feel. Advanced Warfare put in a new system in an old game that didn't work right. It didn't help. It didn't make it, the game flow was unnatural. It caused for awkward gunfights, things that were not Call of Duty like. And what Black Ops 3 has done is they've taken those movements, some of the ideas of those movements, the thrust jumping, thrust sliding. They've added wall running. I've heard some comparisons to Destiny, although I haven't played, or not Destiny, Titanfall. And although I haven't played Titanfall, I don't think this. To me, just watching gameplay doesn't even look like Titanfall. It looks like Call of Duty. It looks like a Black Ops game with some thrust jumping. And again, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I don't think the thrust jumping is going to be an issue. I don't think the exo-type movements in this game are going to be anything like Advanced Warfare. I never had a situation really where I got killed because of an exo movement, and I was frustrated because of the exo movement. That never really happened. It happens every game in Advanced Warfare, but it never really happened in Black Ops 3, and in the beta, that is. And I think that's a good thing for sure. They're specifically used for getting around the map. You hear that a lot, but I would say it's 99% true for this game. You might have a random instance where a movement is used in a gunfight, but again, when that happens, it's not even really that vital. Like, they could have probably had the same result of the gunfight had the movement not been used. The only time movements and gunfights really coincide is getting into a gunfight. So if you know where somebody is, you might jump into that situation where you can engage them. But once you're in that gunfight, it's pretty much a straightforward gunfight, like what you're used to in typical Call of Duty games. And that's the kind of change that I think needs to come to the franchise. A change that obviously it's a different game. It's making innovations and new things as part of the game. So where it's not the same game it was last year. It's not, the same old crap with a different perspective on it. But it's actually it's a new game, but it's still Call of Duty. And that's what this game has done to me. And that's a lot about the movements and the gameplay itself. But as far as that goes, I'm definitely pleased with what I've seen. So we can get into the guns a little bit. As far as the ARs go, the M8 is definitely, overpowered. The most overpowered AR that there is. This one's pretty powerful as well. And I didn't even unlock rapid fire for it. You can see it burst pretty slowly, about like an M16 in COD 4. But I can imagine with rapid fire, this would be a really good gun. So maybe some nerfing would need to be done to both the burst weapons in this game, but definitely the M8. If that remains the same, it will not be very fun to play in lobbies with the M8. Now, but that being said, Vonderhaar tweeted that they were probably, going to nerf the M8. So, and it was kind of a sarcastic tweet. As anybody who sees him on Twitter knows, he often replies to criticism-like tweets sarcastically. But assuredly they will be nerfing and tweaking the M8. Other than that, most of the ARs that I played with, which was all of them actually, I thought were pretty good. They were well balanced for the most part. And again, there are exceptions to that, like the M8. But very rarely would you get outshot by any AR consistently other than that. So I feel like they were pretty balanced. The subs, I enjoyed playing with a lot of the subs. A lot of people use the Razorback. I don't even like it that much, guys. It can be good, but it was not my favorite to use by far. Especially towards the end of the beta, I just felt like it was getting more and more hit markers. I've got some, I think the VMP is the sub that I ended up liking the most. I've got some gameplay with that I'm going to be uploading. But as far as subs go, again, pretty balanced. Some, all subclasses in Call of Duty generally have, one or two that are just trash. But there were probably 3 to 4 out of like 5 or 6. I think there were, I'm trying to remember. I think there were 5 subs, and I would say 4 of them were like usable subs. So, that's pretty average. The Weevil thing it melts at close range, guys. Hear me say that. It melts at close range. But any distance and you're dead. So again, it has an application. All the subs had an application. The shotguns seem to be a little overpowered as well. The Remington type shotgun, basically the same thing as the Remington from Black Ops 2. It's back. It seems to be a little overpowered. I got killed by it a lot. And that's something that they can tweak, of course. And then the spawns as well for me were a little off on some maps. I played mostly hardpoint. It's what I had the most fun doing. I didn't want to waste my time doing a lot of different stuff on the beta that I wanted to have fun. I wanted to level up as quickly as possible and explore as many different guns as possible. I wasn't so concerned with the game type. But I heard team deathmatch spawns were bad, and most of the spawns, some of the maps were better than others. This map wasn't too bad on spawns, but some of them were, you might see that in some of the videos. But spawns in general need to be tweaked a little bit, but that's a common issue early on in Call of Duty games. Often you get that, spawns just need to be worked on. It's hard to know what spawns are going to work for the developers on a game that hasn't been played. So there's a benefit of the beta. It's been tested by millions of people, and that means that they know how the spawns work, and they can tweak that a little bit. There was the Tempest. One thing I'm going to say about the Tempest real quick, since I saw it in the video, I think the range that the electricity jumps from teammate to teammate needs to be decreased a little bit. It just seems very long. You know, it's hard to get away from a teammate in the time that it takes from the time you seeing them getting shocked to the time you get out of the range of the Tempest. So maybe just decrease that a little bit. Another thing, the Scythe, the one I'm using in this video, is a really good a really good specialist weapon. The best one in my opinion. You get 200 shots, and the decrease on it doesn't go down near as like it goes down steadily when you shoot, but it's at the same time as like the shots. You don't lose very many bullets. Whereas on the one-shot pistol, you know, you get 6 shots, but it's going down, and you might lose one of your bullets relatively quickly, and that's 5 kills versus 6 kills. Whereas this gun melts, and you get 200 bullets. You can get 10, 15 kills with it probably before it runs out, if the spawns are right, and if you catch people at the right time. So maybe decrease the magazine size on this weapon, make it like 150 or 100, I don't know, make it a little bit less, because most of the specialist weapons are good for about 3 to 5 kills, I would say, unless you get things like collaterals or, you know, group kills or something like that. So make this one about even. You don't want one to be overpowered. Again, all these things are not issues that I expect to see in the game, really. In the main game, all things that can be tweaked, and all things that the beta is made to encounter and made to avoid, or so that when the real game comes out, they can avoid having those things in the game. I'm a big fan of betas. World at War was the last Call of Duty that had one. I personally didn't like that game very much, although I had a completely different perspective on Call of Duties then than I do now, so it might have changed a little bit, but I know a lot of people loved World at War. It's a lot of people's favorite Call of Duty game. So I think betas help in the long run. They just help develop a better final product for a Call of Duty game, and I think that's great. I'm hoping that this game sticks to what I've seen, remains, you know, a Call of Duty game. Advanced Warfare doesn't feel like Call of Duty. It feels like a first-person shooter with exo movements. This feels like a Call of Duty with extra movements in it. The gunfights are still Call of Duty-like. You know, the abilities, the grenades, the score streaks, everything in it is a Call of Duty feeling thing. It's just the movement is used to get around the map, and that's all there is to it. So safe to say I'm excited for this game, guys. I don't know what I'm going to do the next few months. I'm going to be stuck playing Advanced Warfare, I guess. But I'm just going to hang in there and wait for the game, and when it comes out, you better believe there will be some videos on it. But this game is about wrapped up. I was getting little extra kills there at the end. That's 105 kills there in 22 deaths, and you can see I did lead in OBJ as well, so I wasn't just going for kills the whole time. But thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, anything you want to hear about or talk about that I didn't cover in this video or whatever, just let me know, and I will be sure to cover it. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.